whoever's managing it cannot go beyond that.
In the UK law, that whole trust system was adopted from the Awqaf when they went during the Crusades, actually, and they saw that the Muslims had established Awqaf, and they brought it back here. And the first trust that was established was Merton College in Oxford. That was based on the system of Awqaf. And even today, lawyers, they have they'll have a place of worship within their where they are the barristers. And this is they got from the Muslims. They find that the scholars were always attached to a masjid, and they brought that back. And the chambers.
I just thought of something in India. You know, back in the day when Saudi Arabia was not the pre-oil era, when they were not that wealthy. There were different waqfs across the globe that catered for the Haramain, and one of them is in India. And if you go to Mumbai, for example, you see a set of buildings there, and the income from there goes to the Haramain. So even though they're as wealthy as they are, nothing's going to change that in a rush.
We're talking about wealth and, mashallah, how much has been generated. But going back to Zimbabwe, because when I think Zimbabwe, everybody knows about the $1 trillion bill.
Yes.
I actually wanted to try to get hold of one. Because
I have one. I have one in my bag. If I known, I'd have brought it.
But it's just fascinating to kind of hear the story of how that all transpired, and hyperinflation, and how people, I hear stories from family about had to carry bags of money to get just some bread or something like that.
That's right.
How was it? Because you were there at that time.
Yeah, firstly, the biggest note we've ever gotten to is $100 trillion. And that $100 trillion is very interesting, because what happened is Zimbabwe had a problem. The difficulty was a disagreement that they had with Britain regarding the land. And so Britain was supposed to return or pay for the land, pay for the land that they had given their own people when they came in as colonialists and so on. So the government says, look, instead of getting the people out of the land, pay us for the land, and that's it. But unfortunately, they didn't end up paying, whatever the political side of it was. But as a result of all that, there were sanctions against Zimbabwe, because the government went out and started taking back this land to say, listen, you guys didn't pay up, you got to vacate and so on. I'm trying to word it simply. Yeah. And the economic crisis resulted in the dollar, the Zimbabwe dollar, which, by the way, was stronger than the pound in 1980. Wow. It was stronger than the pound in 1980.